Personal pronouns play an essential role in communication as they allow us to refer to people or objects without constantly repeating their names.
Pronouns are divided into three grammatical persons, first, second, and third, and can have different forms depending on their function in the sentence.
I speak three languages.
Pronouns. For example, she is a doctor.
Subject pronouns, these are also that are used to refer to the person. The personal subject pronouns in English are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, them.
Possessive adjectives. These are those used to indicate that something belongs to someone, that is possession. Possessive adjectives in English are always followed by a noun or a noun and are my, your, he, here, is, and its, or you, yours, and them.
The verb to be in English is used to express states, identities, and relationships.
You have examples in affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Affirmative: I am happy. Negative: you are not late. Interrogative: is she come?
For example, be verb to be. Affirmative, she is a teacher. Negative, she is not a teacher. Interrogative, is she a teacher?
Verb to be. For example, positive is I am a student. For example, negative is they are not at home. For example, interrogative is are you busy?
The typical structure of the verb to be in the present simple is subject más verb to be más predicate. And to form question with the verb to be in the present simple, you already have to place the verb before the subject, forming the structure verb to be más subject más predicate.
At a grammatical level, negative questions with the verb to be followed the same structure as affirmative question, adding the particle not, verb to be, más subject, más not, más predicate.
Singular nouns are used to refer to a single object, person, or concept.
Plural nouns are used when there is more than one.
For example, be nouns singular and plural. Singular ticket, plural ticket.
Nouns singular. Ticket is sleeping.
When the word ends in "and" is presently a constant, this is replaced by "and" is added. Some words that end "I" for "be" make the plural be changed is to "be".
Some words are always plural and others always singular. Some words have a regular plural and doesn't find any of the rules.
A and are used to talk about something in general or to refer to something for the first time. A is used before words that begin with consonants, while and is used before words that begin with vowels or the vowel sound.
Some is used in statements and questions when we refer to an indeterminate quantity or not specific something. Any is used in questions and negation to refer to an identifying or non-specific amount of something.
For example, be two and some Annie. I next some milk to make the cookie. Do you have any plans for the weekend to cut an apple?
I am some Annie. For example, I am some cat. For example, some Annie. Can I have some sugar?
The articles "a" and "an" are used before singular quantifiable noun some is used for quantifiable or non-quantifiable plural nouns. Any is used question and negative sentences with quantifiable or non-quantifiable plural nouns.
There are exceptions such as when the first letter or silent H or when the next letter is a U that sound like Y. A is used before words that belong to consonants, while an is used before words that belong to vowels. The main difference between A and an is the sound made by the first letter and the following word.
In English refers to the ability to express the time to these specific words are used for hours, minutes, and occasionally seconds.
Expressions such as half past are used to indicate half the hour and quarter past, or quarter to refer to the past or missing 15 minutes of the hour, respectively.
For example, be preposition time and place. Time, we can go to your house in the afternoon. Place, the case aren't in the headband.
For preposition time, I have a meeting at 3 o'clock.
To do this, remove the clock into halves from the hour o'clock up to have included the hour the practice used. The second for the hour o'clock when only the word o'clock is used from the half hour the next hour on the hour the practice to use it.
To indicate quarters, the word quarter or a quarter is used, which means for follow it for the practic past or depending on whether is the first quarter or the third. For the rest of the hours, the practic or past is used depending on which health or clock face the minute and marks.
There is and there are commonly used to indicate the existence of something. Here's how you can use them in giving direction.
There is when referring to singular item or location. There are when referring to multiple items or locations.
For example, be torrent is, torrent are given direction. Torrent is a book. Torrent are some book. Given direction, go straight on and turn left.
There are even given direction. For example, there is a book the tablet. For example, give direction is turn left at the traffic light.
To get the attention of some we don't know, we use the expression excuse me followed by the interrogative sentences we want to formulate.
Where is the nearest? Where is close? How can I do? I get to tell. How good I can get to.
The simple present is used to talk about habitual actions, general facts, or universal truths.
Remember to use do or does in negative questions and the base verb in its original form in affirmative ones.
For example, be simply present. Your cat can jump between trees. You can catch jump between trees. Can you can jump between trees?
Simple present. For example, positive. She plays the piano. For example, a negative. They do not like coffee. It, for example, for an interrogative. Do you speak Spanish?
Remember that is the here person singular, he, she, it, and s, that is added verb, while in the other person notification is made.
Furthermore, that verb remains is the base from infinitive without to for all person except the third person in singular.
Adverbs of frequency are used to indicate how often an action occurs over time.
These adverbs are usually placed before the main verb, but after the verb too.
For example, be frequent adverbs. We sometimes go to the theater. Max never went to work. Do you usually travel?
Frequency adverbs. For example, she always ate beautiful. Common frequency adverb is always, usually, never, apparently, sometimes, often.
The general rules of the days adverb is that they are placed in front of the verb. The basic structure of the sentences will be subject más adverb of frequency más main verb más complement.
In the event that adverbs that combine to verb to be, you must place them after it. Then the formula will be subject more verb to be more adverb more complement.
Which questions are used to obtain specific information about a topic.
In the structure of WH questions, the question word is usually placed at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the verb and then the subject.
For example, be double H question. What is tag?
WH question. Where do you live? Where did they go yesterday?
If the missing object appearances in a sentence with an inverted other time to be and a modal verb or an auxiliary verb, you must make three changes.
Move the who word the beginning of the question. Add a form of do, or does, the present tense, died for past tenses.
You can use like followed by an infinitive verb or a noun to express an activity you like.
Dislikes, you can use dislike followed by an infinitive verb or a noun to express something you don't like.
For example, be likes and dislikes. She likes doing export. They dislike playing board games.
Liking and dislike. For example, like she liked listening to music. For example, dislike. She doesn't like playing the piano.
When these words love, like, dislike, hate are complemented by verbs, there are two options.
These two options have are indicated meaning. You can use an or other without variations in the meaning of the phrase.
Possessive nouns are used to indicate possession or belonging. These nouns show who something belongs to or refers to.
In English, possessives are formed by adding an apostrophe followed by s to the end of the singular noun or use an apostrophe to the end of a plural noun.
For example, be possessive nouns. This is your book.
Possessive nouns. For example, singular. Marianne's car is blue. For example, plural. The student books are on the shelf.
Possessive nouns are formed from the basic versions of nouns by adding an apostrophe and the letter s. For instance, boy becomes boys.
The possessive of plural nouns normally only an apostrophe or traditional s voice becomes boy.
Possessive pronouns are used to indicate possession or belonging and replace possessive nouns.
Unlike possessive nouns, which are used before a noun, possessive pronouns are used independently and do not require a noun after them.
For example, be possessive pronouns. Tag smartphone is meaning.
Possessive pronouns. For example, singular. This is mine. For example, plural. The house is its now and now location.
Remember that with possessive pronouns, the structure subject more of more pronoun is used to design one more people from a group.
That boy over there is cousin of mine. That boy ever than is a cousin of mine. Here is a friend of mine.
It's used to describe actions that are occurring at the moment of speaking.
Temporary actions or situations that are in the course of developing in the present.
For example, be possessive continuous. You are studying English.
Possessive pronouns. For example, singular. This is mine. For example, plural. The house is its now and now location.
The verbs that end with the gerund ing, which in Spanish can be translated into the grounds ando and endo.
When and while are two most known words to have in your vocabulary when is used with a specific the action and while used with a duration of time.
They are concepts related to the quantity and counting of nouns in English.
Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted individually. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted individually because they represent a mass, a substance, or a abstract idea.
Quantifiers are words that are used with nouns to express quantity or degree.
For example, be countable, uncountable, quantifier. He has a lot of books, and I logs on money. We have my friends. They aren't not mine tours. How many cats do you have?
Example, fish, those it takes. For example, I like this book. I don't like that movie. I bought teens shows and yesterday and saw this beauty in the park.
Countable nouns have singular and plural forms. When we refer to the singular countable nouns, this may be preceded by an.
Uncountable nouns only have the singular form. They usually do not carry articles, but sometimes they can be accompanied by some any.
Greeting expressions and the alphabet are essential for communication.
Greetings are used to welcome or say goodbye, while the alphabet is the basis for greeting and reading in a specific language.
For example, be Green's alphabet. Good morning. Ma'am is morning time. Use a letter of the alphabet.
For example, greetings alphabet. For example, greetings. And good morning, hello, hi here, good evening. For example, alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, etc.
Professionalisms and polythenes. In this case, you can use dear followed by person's little, Mr. or Misters, and their last name, their Misters.
We just have to take your conjugation and s to the end.
Adjectives are words that describe or modify nouns. People, place, their and ideas. Providing more information about their characteristics, some of the common use of adjectives are description of characteristics. Adjectives help describe the characteristics of a noun.
Comparison adjectives are also used to compare nouns indicating different qualities. Quantity or number adjectives can indicate quantity or number. Emotion or opinion adjectives can express emotion or opinions about the noun they modify. Possession, some adjectives indicate possession.
For example, be adjective. My favorite flowers are rosette.
For example, adjectives. The beautiful, red, intelligent.
Adjectives are usually placed before the noun state script. Finally, adjectives might follow a verb obeying or a linking verb, thus completing the noun subject.
Like nouns, adjectives are often recognized by their suffix and sounds as house, full, ish, able, usually decent adjectives.
When you're reintroducing yourself, you can use questions to break the ice and share information about yourself in a more interactive way. Remember that the context and situation also influence the choice of questions.
It's important to adapt them to the environment and the relationship you are building. These questions can help start conversation and create initial connection with people.
For example, be question to introduce yourself. Where are you from?
For example, question to introduce yourself. What's your name and how old the kind you?
They begin with interrogative pronouns, whose first letter are places y, except who, for example, who, what, when, etc.
They are used to obtain information about is a place, the rooms a person, a time of the day, or the region summit.
Verbs are words that express actions, states, or processes in a language. They play an essential role in sentence construction and communication in general. Some common use of verbs are actions. Verbs describe actions. States. Verbs can also indicate states or conditions. Time. Verbs often carry information about the time at which an action occurs. Modality. Some modal verbs such as can, must, or want.
Express the ability, obligation, or desire to do something. Question construction verbs are also essential to formulate questions. Sentence constructions verbs are the backbone of sentence. Movement or change, some verbs indicate movement or change, such as move, change, or involve. Communication verbs like say, ask, or explain are used for verbal communication.
For example, be birds. We went to the market.
For example, verbs. Run, hate, write, and dance, play, can, move, hate, walk, will, should, etc.
It consists of two consecutive verbs in that infinitive. That is the present form. The second verb must be preceded by the word to, for example, to be, ser, estar, or to buy, comprar.
Pattern verb ing, subject more, ing, more complement.
Ordinal and cardinal numbers play specific roles in numbering and describing the position of elements. Here is a brief description of its uses. Cardinal numbers, direct counting. Cardinal numbers are used to count the exact number of items in a collection. Mathematical operations. Cardinal numbers are those used in basic mathematical operations such as addition and subtraction.
Ordinal numbers. Position of order. Ordinal numbers indicate the position or order of an element in a sequence. Event in a series used to describe events or steps in a sequence. Naming elements in a list. They help to name elements in a list according to their positions. Dating events. In some cultures, ordinal numbers are also used to date specific events.
For example, be ordinal and cardinal numbers. His brother and 5 years old.
For example, ordinal and cardinal numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and first, second, third, fifth. They live on the fourth floor. My birthday is on the 10th of May.
All ordinal numbers use a suffix. The suffix are nd or d, st, or th. The ordinal number is represented by weighted number with the last two letters.
Example second, third, first, and tenth. In English, for most of them, you host have to in the current number.
Nouns are words used to name people, place, things, or ideas. Here as summary of its main use, identification on people and objects. Nouns are used to identify and name people, place, things, or abstract ideas. Sentence construction. Nouns are essential to construct grammatical correct sentence. Gender and number. Nouns can have gender masculine or feminine, and number singular or plural.
Modification with adjectives. Nouns are often modified with adjectives to provide more details or description. Possession nouns are also used to express possession. Question construction nouns are used in the formulation of questions to obtain specific information. Cultural or geographic context. Some nouns are linked to a specific cultural or geographic context. Abstractions now can also represent abstract concepts or emotion such as happiness or peace.
For example, be trees tar 10,000. Trees archer is very comfortable. Please sit on that sofa and like 10 service. 1,000 tables and very expensive.
Example, this, those, it takes. For example, I like this book. I don't like that movie. I bought teen shows and yesterday and saw this birthday in the park.
Adverbs and adjectives make up one of the most important grammatical elements of the English language. Its function is usually to serve as the nucleus and subject for the sentence.
Is also usually in the predicate as object in fact, one noun after at the nucleus of subject and another is subject in the predicate.